This is the Irontrader. It is Sunday night. Now the futures opened here at 6 o'clock. Right now it's about 6:30. So about a half hour ago. So as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have the old crude ski, your daily and your weekly chart. Now let me just big this up a little bit. Well, what do we have here? Now, we had a nice big red candle here on Friday, but you notice that it did hold this key 21-day, now sitting at 87.55. Now, today so far here, we just have an inside day, but it is way early, okay? So let's look at the downside first. So what we want to do is watch this key 21 SMA here, sitting at 87.55. Right below it here is your 8-day at 87.30. That's going to be very, very key support level here. Now, if this 8-day crosses above that, that could just take this price and send it right on up here very, very nicely. However, if it doesn't, then if that 8-day is lost here, then what we do is we want to look here to this 50-day, okay? So you're sitting at 85.88. That is going to be very, very crucial, okay? And if that's lost, then we come to the bottom of this candle here, you got 85.44. We look here, you have 84.67. Then we have 83.35, 83.11, 82.31, and then your big retest here is 81.50. Now, if you look at the price here, you're basically in the dead center here of these two price channels here. Now, so let's just see if this 81.50 is lost, then what we want to do here is we'll look at this 21-day sitting at 81.29 here, okay? And then we come over here to your 80.39 here, your 100-day, and then we go back to the 50-day at 78.30, and then 78.07 here is your 200-day. That will be your big, big time support and target, really basically, if that 81.50 is lost. Now, let's look to the upside. Well, if you can hold this key 21-day and your 8 SMA here, then what we want to do is let's look here to the top of this candle right here. Okay, so you're looking at 88.57, and then we look at here at 89.54, and then Friday's high at 89.85. Always look at the previous day's high, low, and the closing. That is going to be key. Now again, if you can get above this 89.85 here, well, then what we do is we come up here, we keep on looking at these targets right here. Okay, so you're looking at 90.27 here. Okay, we're looking here at 91.88, and then we always look to the left here because that was your breakout candle, 92.43, and then we have 94.17, and then you have your big retest here of 95.05. Okay, now let's just look and see about 95.05. Now, what happens if you can break and close above that 95.05? Well, you always have to come here and look to the left of these candles here. Okay, right here is your 95.05. This here was your 95.03. So that was your resistant level. See, right there. Okay, so if you can get above that, then we just look at this candle here. You got 95.76, and then we have 97.66. Okay, so if you take these price channels and just come right across, those are your big upside targets here. Okay, and then the candles in between will be your small time targets. So you look at this candle right here, okay, which is right here. Okay, you're looking at 101.88. But before that, 100 flat, this is psychological level, you know, boom, it's going to 100. Okay, so, but if it gets above, then that would be your target. Okay, 101.88. And then we just keep on taking it all the way on up here. You got 105.05 here. You got 111.16. You have 111.45. And then we look to this price channel candle right here, 114.05. And then we just keep working yourself all the way on up here until you get to this candle here at 123.68 and then 130.05. But right now, what you want to do with crude, since it's, you know, you got seasonality in play, but it's not really playing out. It played out really nicely here, but then we had the war start here, and you're fighting on two fronts. You got Ukraine going on here. You got what's going on there in Israel here. You got there a lot of stuff here going on with what Russia is doing here. So basically, it's going to, and Iran, but it's going to be like a supply issue right now. Okay, so can the markets be supplied here, or are they not? Now remember, next month here coming up in November, OPEC's going to have their meeting again. So always keep apprised of that. Are they going to maybe cut, you know, on more production? Are they going to add production here? You know, what are they going to do here? Maybe to put a little bit more crude on the market, kind of stabilize this. We don't know that at all, okay? So that's why we trade the charts. So just quick review, watch the 21, your 8, and your 50-day on the downside. On the upside, watch this candle here, and the top of Friday's candle, 89.85. If you can close above, then we just ratchet right on up here until we hit that level right there. Pretty simple. Now, your RSI, well, we got to just kind of flattened out here a little bit. We got to see how it handles here. Your MACD here, so far your green is still above your red here. Doesn't look that great, but it's just, we got to see how it all going to shake out here. You know what I'm saying? Is it going to be just like it was here, where it just kind of goes up here and then rolls back down here? We don't know that as of yet here. Now your RSI here on your weekly, well, you still got room to run here. You're still very bullish here on your MACD here. So we just got to see how this all going to shake out here. Now, when you look on your weekly chart here, well, we've got to watch that key 8 SMA here. Okay, you're sitting at 88.27 here. Very, very key. It needs to really close back above this. But you're playing that ping pong together again here. So you got 86.47 here on your downside between your 100-day and your 8 SMA here. Now, last week we had, basically for the week was an indecision candle because it went high, hit low, and it kind of settled right in the center. So indecision, don't really know which way direction is going to be here. So basically follow these charts here. 81.50 is a max on the bottom here for right now. 95.03, that is your trading range here. We're stuck pretty much in the center. Got to see where it goes. All right, let's take a look here at the old natty gas. Okay, here we have the old natty gas. So if we look here at this 8-day here, you're sitting at 2.899. Real time price, you're sitting at 2.899. So you're right there, right on it, okay? If that is lost, we look at this 21-day here, looking at basically 2.73. If you can gain forward, then what we want to do is look at that 50-day sitting at 3.09. Okay, so this 50-day is coming down here, is tightening up here. So we got to see if this is going to break back down here or is it going to shoot right up here on your weekly. Now, we look here on the daily chart here. Well, you know, what can we say here? Okay, we topped right out here, and then you put these candles in. When you put, you know, this here was just kind of an unusual candle. It spiked right on up here to your 3.158 here. But if you look at the bottom here, 3.160, there's your resistance level. That's where she stopped. Okay, and then it just pulled right back the other end, left the topping tail, and then continued to downslide. So let's look at the downside here. Okay, so always look to the previous day's candle high, low, and closing number. I say that all the time, but let's look at here. First of all, 2.88. That's the low. That's what we want to look at. Now, if that's lost, then we just follow right here. Okay, so you got 2.86 here. You have 2.85. We have 2.83, and then this is the candle that we want to look at right here. This is the gap. This is at 2.82. There's your gap. Top of this candle is 2.66. Okay, gap and the fill. Okay, in the meantime, you have this 2.82, which lines up perfectly with that. So this could become very, very crucial support here. If this holds, this would be a great buying opportunity to right on up again here. You know what I mean? At least to this 21-day. Now, if you look at this 21-day, it's not rolling. It's nicely sloping right on up here. The 8-day, we have to be very careful up there because as if this rises up, this 8-day comes down, that can run right into it, and that's where she stops it. Okay, so you have to be very, very careful of what that is. Let's see where this 8-day here, and it's obviously it's going to cross here. It's just going to be a matter of time. So that will be your big time resistant area before you even hit the 21-day here, unless it rallies up here real quick. So again, just watch this key 2.82. That lines up very nicely with the 50-day, and then watch this gap fill. That's going to be very critical. 2.66 in the middle. We have the 2.70 here on your Hondo. Okay, so on your RSI here, well, you're going on a way down here, but that doesn't mean that could curl up here. We're not really oversold, overbought. You're just kind of no man's land here. Now your MACD, well, when you get that cross like that, she's going lower, and look what happened. Okay, see, so once you start seeing these patterns like this here, okay, these are the tails. Okay, when that does the cross there, you put a series of lower highs and lower lows in. That's always a tail. That's a short that you want to take all the way on down. Okay, so now, again, if you can get above this 21-day, 3.052, you can get above this 3.07 here, Well, then we just keep on following these candles. Okay, so top of this is 3.15 here. Okay, meantime, you want to always look at that 50-day, 3.09, and then we can follow it up here. Now, you have to keep yourself in mind on this one here. Maybe not today, not tomorrow, maybe next month. Who knows? But this is a gap. Okay, so look at that 3.185. There's your gap. Look at the bottom of this here, 3.20. There's your gap. There's your fill. That's usually a nice target if this thing can run, the price can run right on up. And then again, if it gets on higher there, well, then we just keep following this right on up here, 3.34 here, 3.42, 3.45, and then your big retest of sitting at 3.47. Now, if you can bust above that 3.47, maybe not today, maybe next month, 2 months, then look to the bottom of this candle here, looking at 3.52. This candle here, 3.59, and then we look there, 3.78, which lines up very, very nicely with that 200 SMA here. But right now, we're just fighting everything here. So the key is this bottom of this candle here, this 50 SMA, 2.82, that is going to be critical. If that is a loss, then we look to this 100-day, then we look to this gap fill. Okay, that is the key. And then again, if that's lost, we have the 200 there, and then you have the retest at 2.55. Upside, watch the 21-day, watch this key 8 SMA here, and watch that key 50 SMA. All right, that's all I have for you tonight. I'll be back tomorrow morning before 8 o'clock, and we will review crude oil and natural gas. Thanks for watching.